So the kind of students we're looking for A-level law would be those that are considering usually a career in the law or even criminology or in that field. These students tend to be those that want to become a solicitor or a barrister or something related in that field. However, we do have a lot of students that don't wish to do law as well. A minority, but there are a number of students that don't want to, and that's fine as well. The kind of skills that are going to be picked up in this subject would help really any field whatsoever. Students tend to be very hardworking, they've got to be diligent in their sort of deadlines, and they need to have some attention to detail as well. We do help students gain those skills, but that's kind of what we're looking for. In A-level law, you'll study 3 different papers, and those 3 different papers will entail you covering 3 main areas of law. So paper 1 is a more criminal law paper. Paper 2 is a tort-based paper, which is all about the law on when you sue another party for rights that might have been affected, so negligence, for example. And the 3rd paper concentrates on contract law. And those are the 3 main themes that you'll be doing throughout the course of the 2 years. So you'll be doing a little bit of it in the first year and then a lot more of it in the second year. Supplementing that is also things like the legal system, so understanding, where our cases are going to be heard and how appeals will be dealt with. Similarly, you'll understand where our laws come from, so the roles of like Parliament, for example, the Supreme Court and its law-making sort of functionality. And finally, in our paper 4, you'll be looking at sort of the nature of law. So this would be things like the law's relationship with justice and the law's relationship with morality and the law's relationship with society and how it all interlinks with each other. So those are kind of like the main areas that you'll be doing: contract, crime and tort. Our papers are at the end of the 2 years, so it's 100% examined. There is no coursework involved whatsoever. So we'll be doing a number of sort of tests and assessments throughout the year to help keep you on track, and so we know where sort of like your grades are. And obviously, as all A-level subjects have, there'll be a mock exam in the second year as well. There's a range of enrichment activities that we do with students. So this year, for example, already we've had a number of guest speakers from universities. We've had guest speakers coming from industry as well that have discussed sort of pathways and what have you to get into the profession. We've been to the Houses of Parliament last week, for example, so that's really one of our annual trips that we'll do. It links with paper 2 with regards to where laws come from and how they're made. Trip to the Supreme Court, and also have trips to sort of like the local Crown Courts as well that can link with your studies. So there's a range of trips that we have, yeah. Do we end up having students from all sort of realms there? Yes, there are a cohort of students that will be doing things like criminology, psychology, sociology, English, history, classics, that kind of stuff. But equally, we have students who'll be doing things like maths, economics, business as well. Or sometimes we've got the creatives, the media, the arts, for example. We're kind of one of those unique subjects that students have an interest in and therefore add it with their subjects, and then a lot of the times we have those students coming up to do their degree in that area, which is really nice to see. So yeah, it's a unique subject. It will have the ability to kind of match it with anything. Most of our students do go on to read law or law-related degrees at university. So that's normally sort of things like law with psychology sometimes, law with criminology sometimes that can come in, or just pure law degree as well. So we've had students that have gone to places like Cardiff last year, Warwick. We've had students who've gone to Oxford, which are amazing for our sort of like profile. And equally, we've had now, because of the introduction of the solicitor apprenticeship route as well, just last year, for example, we've had students who've gone on to a number of those as well. Someone I can think of off the top of my head now is currently doing his solicitor apprenticeship with BAE, which is amazing to sort of get into the route that way as well. So yeah, students tend to go on to read law at university or doing the apprenticeship route now as well that way. So it's really, really good.